Greetings, Monarch Nation. This is episode 15 Inside the Huddle. My name is Rainy Sorry.
My name is Tim McLaughlin.
And we back, new episode here in ODU Studios in the Web Center, giving you all ODU and national sports. Before we go in the show, we want to thank all the fans, all the Inside the Huddle lovers out there.
Yeah, all the fans out there.
Yeah, tomorrow will be our banquet for the WU award ceremony.
The end of the year hurrah.
Yeah, and we got nominated for Best Podcast and Best Sports Show. Once again, thank all the fans out there because you, the fans, participated in voting us to be nominated. And
yeah, we definitely appreciate it.
Without you guys...
We didn't know that we would be nominated for 2 awards like months ago.
Yeah, we just something we just thought about doing, and now we being nominated for some...
Now it's going to happen, and it'd be awesome to end the year with a trophy or whatever.
Yeah, hopefully we can get some trophies and I can plaster it up in my living room when I go home.
Graduate.
So that'd be dope. So once again, thanks to all the fans. So now let's talk about some ODU sports for you.
Yeah. So anyways, gonna start off with some ODU sports. Last weekend was the spring game.
Did you go?
Yeah, I did.
How was it?
It was good. It was entertaining. It was a pretty hot day because I did the 5K in the morning, and all that stuff. But it was good. It was, I think the blue team won. It's 24-21, and let's see. Stephen Williams played okay. He kind of hurt his hamstring and left a little bit early. But to me, of the 3 quarterbacks who played, Drayton Arnold played particularly well. He had a few touchdown passes. He was pretty accurate, and he just was poised and all of that. But
okay.
I mean, defense looked pretty solid, and the special teams, the kicks weren't the best. I think there was one blocked and another missed, but they obviously have some time to work on that and stuff. So, I mean, I didn't really see any two big eye-popping plays for the runs and stuff, but at the same time, it was nice to see our guys out there again, and I'm sure they were excited as it was the first time they were in front of the fans in months, I guess.
Oh, okay. I didn't get a chance to go to the game, but from what I heard us some of the returning players played really good. I think Steve Williams, like you said, he played all right. Duhart came and was playing.
First time Steve Duhart in a while.
Yeah, so because he was supposed to be, this past season was supposed to be his last year, but now he's playing next season
since he got hurt.
So yeah, from what I've seen and from what I heard that it was a great. Not really bad. It was a great first game for them to start off the season. So hopefully, going into summer, the training camps and all that, they can come back and play better. So we'll see.
Most definitely, I think they're gonna have a pretty good team. It was great weather and great weekend for them out there.
Yeah, and also I heard that the SB Ballard Stadium is getting built again.
It's getting renovated.
Renovated? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because this was technically quote unquote our last spring game in the SB Ballard Stadium until they do the renovations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
So where are they going to play at then?
They're still deciding about that. They're, I guess, going to decide in a few months or something, but probably either Powhatan Field right down the street or at
Powhatan Field?
I don't think that's a good option at all.
That's like a high school field.
That's what I'm saying. I know, because they'd have to talk to the city about that, because
they're not doing that.
Although Powhatan Field is on OU's campus, it's mainly for
Maury High School.
Huh?
Ain't that for Maury High School?
Yeah, it's for Maury and Granby, and just for the playoffs. They're for high school and stuff. But I think the main option that they're talking about is to have it be played at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex.
I haven't been there. Does that look like a college stadium?
I mean, it's not a college stadium, but it's a little bit smaller, just because in the past there's been semi-professional and currently semi-professional soccer teams.
Oh, okay.
And there used to be a semi-professional football team years ago.
Got you.
And stuff. So and they have the high school soccer playoffs and football playoffs there, and it's a really nice venue. So it's in a great part of town too, and also they have the amphitheater right down the street. So if they chose to have another concert and wanted to make it a bigger event, then they could have the concert there, and the football game in the race at the sportsplex and neighborhoods nearby. So I think that'd be a great option. But obviously, there's time to see what else is going through everybody's head and take it from there.
Okay, that sounds good. Hopefully they get that renovated soon, because I think the picture that it's supposed to look like once it get renovated is going to look nice. So it's going to look like it's going to look real nice.
Like Foreman Field is like 50 years old.
Yeah, it's a long. From what I heard, that's a.
But like what I can't believe is how they plan on doing all of the renovations in between 2 seasons, basically. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, like the end of this upcoming season and the beginning of the following season, they're supposed to have it all done.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so
hopefully they can get it done quicker than that, so they ain't gotta go through all that playing in Powhatan Field. I don't know. That'll be a total downside. So hopefully not. So like I said, good luck to those ODU Monarch football team, and hopefully they can get some wins next season. We could talk about the baseball team. They had a heartbreaking loss to Virginia Tech in extras, which is crazy too. And the fact that they played extra innings against Virginia Tech is kind of like it's somewhat impressive.
A good game. It was a good game. They played at Virginia Tech, quality opponent, and I guess probably the best ODU has played in a couple of games. They unfortunately lost 6-5 in extras, but they took them to the end, and they play at Charlotte this weekend, and they've never lost a Conference USA series against Charlotte, so hopefully they can keep that going and get our first series win this year.
Yeah, most definitely.
And then, got to get some momentum because they host, or well, not really host, but they play UVA at Harbor Park next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday?
Yeah, during like the reading day.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that, so hopefully they can get some wins there too, because if you're playing against a team like Virginia Tech, I don't know how their team is, their baseball team is. They're a good team.
They're better than ODU.
Yeah, of course, because they're a Power 5. They're a Power 5 school, so that alone, them even getting to a close game, it's even better. I think that's impressive in itself. It speaks for itself. So,
especially with that UVA game coming up, because UVA won the national championship a couple years ago.
Yeah, and I think ODU played them last season, and they won the game in the series. So, yeah, congrats to them to doing that last year. Hopefully, they can do it again.
And also, this week, one of our pitchers, Morgan McGuire, was named the Conference USA Player of the Week after he pitched shutout ball and amazing baseball. When
he played a shutout game.
Yeah, he led them. I don't know.
He played the entire game?
I don't think he played the entire game. Look it up right now. But he led them to victory last Saturday, and the first game was their doubleheader, 12-0.
That alone, him even. A pitcher for ODU playing at least 3 innings is kind of crazy. Because I meant to.
I think he played up until the. Well, hold on.
While you look at it, I'll talk. I remember me and Tim, we called a couple games for the ODU team. I think me and Grayson did, me and Jake did. And, when a lot of pitchers was getting out, pretty much the first 2 innings, every 2 innings they will roll to the pitcher. So for Coach Philwood to have, a couple, have a pitcher pretty much pitch how many innings?
Here it is. Following a complete game shutout against UAB, Old Dominion right-hander Morgan McGuire has been named the Conference USA Pitcher of the Week. And he scattered 5 hits and 2 walks while striking out 4 in the 12-0 victory.
That's crazy.
UAB was over 6 against McGuire with runners in scoring position, and the complete game was his first of his career and the first for an ODU righty in several years. So. To even do a complete game is amazing.
Just a complete game. I don't know what. Coach Philwood, that's not his. I don't been in a lot of ODU games except this past season, and from what I see from Coach Philwood, he doesn't have pitchers be there at least 3 innings.
I know.
He rotates them.
He has to have a couple guys in.
Yeah, but
that must have been an amazing
for him to have a pitcher pitch the whole game is crazy. So
I bet you was gassed.
Yeah. Sorry for the cough. I feel a little sick. I don't know why. But yeah, that was great for him to be the Player of the Week for Conference USA. So that's a big accomplishment for him. So congrats to him.
So I think ODU might have swept the Conference USA Players of the Week as men's and women's tennis players had great weeks as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so speaking of tennis, we can talk about come to the Folks Stevens Center to see some good tennis as the Lady Monarchs host to see the Conference USA tournament this weekend, and hopefully they get to get a championship this weekend as well. So
yeah, I know they're facing North Texas currently in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, you were just you were just there before we did this show. So how did it look?
I was there for a few minutes. They lost the doubles point before I got there, so they're like losing on the scoreboard. I'm not sure exactly score tennis, but they look pretty competitive in the singles matches because like that's what was going on right there. I know they had like several matches going on at once because it's like their top 6, so 6 matches, and then on like the other side is like the other 6 matches for the other match going on. So they look pretty impressive, and Holly Hutchinson, our number 1, she looked solid, and then everybody else too. Hopefully we can pull out a win and move on to tomorrow. So might check it out after this, but keep you guys updated.
All right, so yeah, once again he'll keep you updated. So let's talk about some. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, also our men's tennis team won their 4-0 quarterfinal game, so they're moving on to the semifinals tomorrow in Houston, Texas, to take on Southern Miss. So
okay, so once again, good luck to the lady and men's tennis team this weekend. Let's go into some national sports for you. The Manchester United captured the Premier League title.
Manchester City.
I'm sorry. They captured the Premier League title.
Yeah, it was last weekend. What had to happen was they had to beat Tottenham, I think. They had to beat Tottenham, and the next day Manchester United had to lose to West Brom for Man City to capture the title, and it was kind of crazy because Man City, ended up beating Tottenham, but Man U ended up losing in upset fashion to West Brom because West Brom was about to get relegated, and it was like 1-0. So
that's dope, man.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. So also, what's his name? Arsene Wenger.
Yeah, Arsene Wenger.
Yeah, out of Arsenal.
Yeah, he's the coach. So now him and Arsenal like mutually agreed to like part ways after the season.
How long was he coaching them?
Like 20 years.
Oh,
he
really?
was there a long time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did pretty well, but the past few years he's just like they've been on the decline, so it was time for a change.
All right. Now, also, U.S. is second only to Russia in the World Cup ticket sales. So, wow.
Yeah, so like although the U.S. isn't in the World Cup, our fans definitely are going to be going to the games.
Regardless of who's that their team is not going to be there.
Yeah, and I think part of that is because we have so many like foreign Americans in the country, so like they want to see like their country. We have so many Americans who have relatives from other countries. In the country, so they want to see their country do well.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah.
In addition to seeing some good soccer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a good World Cup. I mean my team, Ghana, I'm from Ghana, so our team's not gonna be there. So yeah, we can go to the next topic.
Did Ghana at least make it farther than the U.S. in the qualifying?
I'm not sure. I think so. I think so. I mean, I know it's been a long. I mean, this is probably the first time they haven't been in the World Cup in a long time.
I think the U.S. faced Ghana in the
2014. They beat. Y'all beat us that year. That was crazy. Yeah, I was pissed because I remember I think the first 30 seconds of the game, I think Dempsey scored a goal. I was hurt.
Yeah,
I was hurt, but yeah, I mean because I think the past 2 years before 2008 and 2004, we Ghana beat USA. So
and we got him back.
Yeah, I got him back 2014. So now both of us not in the
Just got to wait longer.
Well, I mean, since this is gonna be our second to last show. Who you think is gonna win the World Cup?
That's a tough one.
Wait, who won the last year? Germany.
Germany,
right?
yeah. Germany beat Argentina in extra time.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I haven't really been keeping up with, I guess, international soccer too much. I know they've had a few friendlies a few weeks ago, but I don't know. I mean, it'd be hard. It'd be hard for Germany to repeat, although they're gonna have
they got an old team, right?
Pretty solid squad
They
again.
got a solid squad. Okay.
I mean,
Is Mueller still playing?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably, yeah.
Got you. I mean, I look at teams like Brazil. Brazil still got a good. I mean, you still got Neymar. That's good as well. So
it's funny. It's funny actually because like I did taking microeconomics this semester, and I did a project on Brazil. We were tasked with like doing like an assignment that has to do with economics, and so I chose my topic to be the economics of the 2014 World Cup and like how it affected like the Brazilian people and all that, and they were all like excited to host it. And then once they got closer, they realized what happened, and they ended up getting demolished by Germany in the semifinals.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, definitely got to keep your eyes out for France and Spain.
Yeah, France. Yeah, Spain. Spain is still good.
Spain will always be good.
Yeah, I remember what year it was. I think it was 2010. They had a loaded team. They had is it Villa or Silla?
David
Yeah, he was good. Yeah, him. They had. For the other guys, I just remember them playing them on FIFA. Like that was like the team. It was them in Brazil that was good.
Wait, was 2010 the year they won?
Did they win 2010?
I know they won in either 06 or 2010.
Who won 2010? No, 2000. I think it was Brazil, right? I think 2010 was.
Was it?
I think it was Spain. No, it was Netherlands.
Oh, okay. That makes
Netherlands.
sense.
Netherlands had a good team.
That makes sense.
I'm just thinking because based off, I remember like growing up, like 2010. We had the FIFA South Africa game on Xbox 360, and like
exactly, I
had all my friends come over our house.
Oh no, Spain did win the 2010 World Cup.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they did. Germany won 2014, Spain, and then Italy in 06, and Brazil and France. Yeah.
But who Spain played Netherlands in the
Yeah, they did.
Okay, yeah. That's what it was. They played against them, but they didn't win. Yeah, the Netherlands had a good team too, and but the team I used to use was on FIFA. Was Ivory Coast. They had because Drogba.
Yeah,
Drogba was good.
He's amazing.
Drogba was nice. Drogba was my team. No, that was my team. That
always
was my
love
team.
seeing Drogba play.
Yeah, Drogba. He was in Chelsea, right?
Yeah, he was in Chelsea.
Yeah, he was good. He retired.
I think he did.
Okay,
a year or two ago.
Yeah, he was good. That was my low key team. Like I used to use Ivory Coast.
I always usually just play with like Brazil in FIFA when I don't play Barcelona, just because like Brazil they have like a nice formation.
Brazil was a good team. And also England was
England's
nice because
nice
they have Rooney.
Yeah,
Rooney was good. So yeah, man, those were good times.
I mean, I don't know who you can like pencil in as the favorite because I mean, there's several. There's like a handful of dominant teams.
Argentina's a good team too, you know.
Who?
Argentina.
Yeah.
Argentina's a good team. I think is Uruguay still a good team? Because who's on Uruguay that's good?
Oh, they got
the guy that's Suarez. Yeah, Suarez. He's still with Barcelona.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because I remember Suarez. I mean the Suarez guy. He was a bit of a hothead, right?
He's been a bit of a hothead.
Yeah. Don't he always headbutting people and doing crazy stuff like that?
Biting people.
Yeah, headbutting people. Don't he be doing like? He's a dirty player, pretty much, right?
He's a real dirty player.
Yeah, because he was with what team was he with before?
He was with Liverpool.
Liverpool, yeah, because he was like the main guy for them, right?
Yeah, he was.
And then I think they couldn't get enough of him. They got tired of him and sent him to Barcelona, right?
Where did he? Yeah, and I guess I swear, didn't he go to another team before Barcelona, right? Or was it Liverpool or Barcelona?
I thought he left because I know he was he was the star of a team.
He was with Liverpool for a while.
Okay, they must have been Liverpool then, because I know Liverpool based off Suarez, but I don't know who else was there.
I feel like he left to another team for like a year or two, and then went to Barcelona.
Okay, cool.
But at the same time,
yeah. But I think for far as with teams, I think who probably going to win. I think it's probably going to be. I can look at Brazil because Brazil they still got a good team.
Yeah,
they definitely do.
Although one last thing. Although at the same time, I really enjoyed Iceland's run in the last World Cup when they made it. Yeah, Iceland. When they made it all the way to the quarterfinals before they lost to England. It was like the Cinderella run.
Oh yeah.
And stuff. So
I remember that one.
That was pretty entertaining. I know their fans were really into it. Their players had some real entertaining hoorah chant. It wasn't hoorah, but some synchronized thing with the fans that they did after the games.
Okay.
And all that, and at the same time, I'd also like to see CONCACAF team do well.
Who's that?
Like a team from the USA
region. Okay.
Like Costa Rica, Mexico, all that.
I mean, they're still good. Yeah, that's good. They're good. They're gonna be good too. Yeah. Well, since we're done with soccer, we can go into MLB. The Red Sox sweep the Angels, which is surprising because the Angels been playing really good at baseball. What's the guy? Otani's been playing great as far as being a hitter and being a pitcher. Mike Trout, of course, is always great. But Red Sox is good too. I mean, Sale, right? That's his name. The pitcher.
Who?
The pitcher, Chris Sale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a great pitcher. He's been pitching the ball crazy. Yeah, I mean Red Sox been playing good.
And I mean they basically dominated against Otani.
Yeah, is there a price still on the Red Sox?
I think so.
Okay,
because he was with the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah, and then
got to the Red Sox.
Yeah, got to the Red Sox, but I don't remember. I haven't really heard much of him just recently. So
well, that's because Sale's been the main guy.
Yeah, he's the main guy, right? Got you. So yeah, I mean, Red Sox is playing great. The Nationals haven't been playing that great. I mean, they picking up wins now.
Yeah, they almost swept the Mets.
Yeah, the Mets is playing really good too. And I seen Bryce Harper. He hit like a big home run, even though he broke the bat in half too.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think I've never seen that in my life. I've never seen that ever. Like I don't remember ever seeing a guy hit a home run and hitting it with it's like hitting it while the baseball is in half.
Yeah, because like in the replay, you can see where the ball goes because they show that, but you don't know where the bat went.
The bat is just vanished. Like
did it go to the stands? Did it go out of the park? Like
I don't know. I wish I knew. Man. I wish I knew. So that's crazy so far. It's that.
Yeah, Bryce Harper is definitely he's the home run leader.
He's a home run leader so far. He's definitely showing why he should deserve at least $400 million this upcoming season. So
each and every year.
Yeah, and also the Reds,
Cincinnati Reds.
They fired their coach Brian Price.
Yeah,
I mean it's kind of early in the season. I mean we still in the first couple of weeks of the season. They already fired.
Yeah, they started 3-15, I believe.
They're not
which isn't that good, and I think it's it's like one of the earliest times.
Ever, right? Probably.
Yeah, one of the earliest times ever. So.
Yeah, I mean they already given up on the team. I mean they don't really have nobody really. So.
And I mean they're not even that concerned about it because I was reading it in the paper and they were like, we'll find a manager in the next few months.
Oh yeah, there's definitely gonna be something that's out there. I think isn't what's the guy's name? Isn't Dusty Baker on the staff? Or isn't he back on the staff?
The Reds?
Yeah, Dusty Baker. Isn't he back on the staff? I think as far as I think he's doing some type of consulting or anything. I think he's like in the front office or something.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
You can't quote me on that, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but
I know he's not with the Nationals anymore.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, of course. So, and also, I mean, since we ended talking about Nationals, Scherzer versus Kershaw tonight, right?
Yeah,
that's gonna be a good game.
It's definitely always an entertaining matchup.
Yeah, they both pretty much the top two pitchers
in the league past couple of years.
Yeah, so
I mean, from their playoff matchups to regular season matchups, doesn't get much better than that.
Doesn't at all, man. So was it at Nationals? Who are they playing?
It's in Los Angeles.
Excuse me. Yeah, that's gonna be good. So yeah, I guess we can be done with MLB since it's so early in the season. Now we can talk about some NHL stuff. Capitals, they're back up 2-2. I don't know how. I thought it was going to be a sweep. I mean, if you lose against one of the lower seeds in your conference,
the Eastern Conference,
the conference, and
you lose the first two games at home. Although it wasn't double overtime or whatever, the first two games they were up 2-0 both games. They basically dominated regulation.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, and then because Game 3 was a close game, right? Like even that game, it was in overtime, and they won that game.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Well, no, I think Game 3 was the first game to go to, was it triple overtime?
It was triple overtime, right?
Or something like
that. It was at least.
And then Game 4 was like the most lopsided game of the series when the Caps won 4-1, and the first game to be decided in regulation.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
we'll have to see how that series goes because it resumes this weekend, and I guess if it keeps on going the way it is, then all the road teams are gonna win.
Oh yeah, that's what it's looking like. And then if that since that happened, then
also the Las Vegas Golden Knights finished off the sweep against the Los Angeles Kings.
That's crazy, especially them being an expansion team and doing that. It's crazy.
Yeah, so I think it's the first time an expansion team ever started the playoffs 4-0.
Right.
So see how that goes. I know they're gonna be facing another team who finished off a sweep, the Sharks. And we'll see how the Penguins Flyers series goes tonight because the Penguins are up 3-1.
Yeah.
But kind of wish the Capitals could face the Flyers if both teams won, just so they didn't have to face Penguins again. Since
because if that tends to happen, then it's not going to look too good for them.
Over.
It's over for them. So
yeah.
Now we could talk about some NFL. Des Bryant, he's still a free agent. I think last week when we talked about him being cut from the Cowboys.
It was more recent when he was released.
Yeah, I think that was like that day before.
I think,
so now he's a week later. He's still not signed yet. He hasn't, from what I know, he hasn't visited any teams, but
he probably will soon.
Yeah, and I think there was some video going around about him and Odell was working out yesterday. So I don't know what that means, but we can't talk about Brandon Marshall being cut from the Giants.
Yeah,
he got cut yesterday. It was funny because I think the day before he got cut, he was like he tweeted at
the Giants.
I'm talking about Brandon Marshall. He tweeted from to Des Bryant. He was like, "Oh, like it's not enough money for you to come here, right?" And then like a day or two later, then he gets cut. So that's funny.
What irony?
Yeah, the irony, right? So now they say
at the same time, I mean, he did kind of like fail his physical, and
that's why
he didn't really have the best season this past year.
Yeah, he only played like 5 games last season. He only had like 150 yards receiving.
One could honestly like expect him to go.
And you signed a big contract, pretty much like a 2-year deal. I think it was like $30 million. So from what I heard, now they saving up cap space like around $5 million.
Yeah,
and now they got some money to give to a player like Des Bryant. Maybe just give him a 1-year deal. So I think the writing's on the wall for Des Bryant to be New York Giant. So, yeah, gotta.
But I mean, at the same time, is there any other team who is like clearing cap space or like is like at the top of the market for Des Bryant?
From what I know, I don't think so. But there's still some teams that you can look at and think, oh, that would be a good fit for him. Like you can look at. I think we talked about it last week. You can look at a team like the Packers. They need a wide receiver. Since they let go of Jordy Nelson, you can look at the Ravens maybe.
Because I know he wants to play with a team that has like a established quarterback and can win now.
Yeah,
obviously, like that's what they've been saying about like the teams that he wants.
That is true, and but at the same time, from what I know, that's one of the reasons. But he also wants to play for a team he can play the Cowboys twice a year.
Yeah.
And the Giants is a team that's eligible for that, and I think like I said, the writing's on the wall for him to sign there. I think it's going to happen. I mean, I wanted him to come to the Redskins because I think we need some wide receiver veteran.
It'd help us out, but I don't think it's.
I don't think it's going to happen at this point. So yeah, I see them going and getting. I think the Giants going to get Des Bryant to be outside of Odell. I mean, what's crazy is that Eli Manning. I mean, now it's really like. I mean, you already got a headache in Odell. Now you're going to pretty much have another one there. So
drive him crazy.
You're going to drive him crazy but I think it's a good thing, though, because I think it's a good crazy because you're going to have 2 good receivers on the field. And you can pass either one that's
any given day.
So,
at the same time, I feel like it'll help Eli Manning out since he's like close to the end of his career.
Yeah, he's on the end of his career, so he needs
as much help as he can.
Yeah, because you can look at a guy like even his brother, like Peyton Manning, when he was with Denver, like when Peyton Manning was with the Broncos, and he was like the same age, like he was pretty much 35, 36 years old.
Still playing almost at his best.
He was an MVP of the season. He was in his late 30s, and he had good receivers like Demaryius Thomas and Julius Thomas and
but at the same time, Sanders. I don't feel like Eli Manning is as good as Peyton Manning
of course not.
At this age.
No, not at all. I mean, yeah, you got a point there. I don't think so. But at the same time, when you have talent around you, your play goes up. So I think he will, with the talent he will have, if he does have Des Bryant, I think his talent will go up. So we'll see.
Yeah, we will. I'm sure a decision will be made in the coming weeks.
Yeah, but I mean,
the Giants.
But a team like the Giants or the Packers, I see those are 2 teams that he can go to and wear the jersey. So
most definitely, I'm still excited for the Des Bryant, Josh Norman.
Yeah, if that happens, yeah, that's going to be funny.
Which it will hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see. And now we can talk about yesterday the schedule for the 2018 schedule has been released. It's been a lot. It's a lot of games. I mean, a lot of teams.
They're starting to talk about like the Thanksgiving games.
Yeah, Thanksgiving games. From what I know, the Redskins play the Cowboys at Cowboy Stadium. Of course, the Lions play.
Lions play the Bears.
I don't know, but I just know the Lions. The two teams
in
you
that
can guarantee.
division. Yeah.
The two teams you can guarantee that will play in the Thanksgiving is the Lions and the Cowboys. So
Yeah.
yeah, now you definitely gonna see that again with
And then I think
with that happening.
the season opens up with the Falcons playing out the Eagles.
I don't know about that game. I don't know. Like, I don't think that's gonna be a game I'm gonna be excited. I mean, it's gonna be football, so you're always gonna be excited to watch.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I don't really know why they made it that matchup because I mean it's not like a super good matchup. I mean, because like the Eagles to me are gonna win.
yeah, I don't know. I don't look at the Falcons and looking at them like, oh yeah,
Because the Falcons aren't
team.
the team they were 2 years ago.
Nah, I mean, the Super Bowl year they were good. I mean, last year they wasn't that good. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
fell off a cliff.
I wish the team like they played. I wish they played like the Vikings or something like that. The first game.
Who are you talking about?
The Eagles.
Yeah.
The first game because I mean Kirk Cousins. There's gonna be his first game against him
That
playing
would be a
against
lot better
his new
matchup.
team. So
The Vikings have made some moves.
yeah, because Vikings made some good moves. So yeah, but I mean at the end of the day, that's still. I mean, you still got Julio Jones, you got Devontae Freeman, you got Matt Ryan, you still got some good players on the Falcons. That's
It's all about
good.
how they execute together.
Yeah, so I can't get mad at that first game a little bit.
One can honestly laugh and get excited because it's two bird mascots.
Oh yeah. Eagles, Falcons, bird. It's a bird bowl, I guess you can say. So yeah, that's true. I can't think of any other big name games that's out. I mean,
Yeah, I haven't really checked that out too
Yeah.
much, but
but I mean,
still a few months away.
it's April, so I mean, the draft hasn't started. Speaking of the draft, we can talk about the draft. Draft is
next week.
Next week, next Thursday. It's gonna be
interesting to see who goes number one.
Yeah, it's one moment you think is Sam Darnold, then it's this week a lot of people saying it's gonna be Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield. Who knows? They saying now Baker Mayfield, him going to the Jets at number 3 is a done deal.
Yeah, like I was watching First Take today, and they were basically like talking about the Browns. Like, should the Browns take 2 quarterbacks with?
I heard that. That's crazy.
Number 4.
That's
like,
crazy.
This is unheard of. Like, I don't think any team should do that. I mean, take one quarterback and then pick another skill position player. Like,
that's just crazy.
I don't get what the strategy is behind that.
That's not happening. That's one thing that we can let's just start there. That's not happening. I see them definitely getting a quarterback in the first overall pick, and then the second pick they get a guy that's a need, but it's a good player. Like, you can look at, like, they need a running back, so you can
Saquon
get Saquon Barkley if he's available. They probably do need another DN that's outside of Myles Garrett, and you can get Bradley Chubb from North Carolina State. You could look at, they probably do need some safety help. They can get Mika Fitzpatrick.
Most definitely.
I mean, they can get some O-line. They can get some O-line. Get Quentin Nelson from Notre Dame. I mean, they got a whole lot. They can trade back and even get more picks. They can trade back in the first round and even get more picks coming in. So, I mean, regardless, I think they're going to be good.
Things they can do.
They got a lot of things they can do. So,
because I mean, they were saying,
but getting 2 quarterbacks is just ridiculous. That's not happening.
Although at the same time, if they did get 2 quarterbacks, they can get one and keep him, and then get one and trade him.
I mean, you can do that. You can trade your pick without and not even get the quarterback. I don't see.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But
I don't see the point of that. I don't really get it.
It's their decision.
Yeah, but I don't see that happening. I think that was just something that they just thought. I mean, First Take, I think they did something they just thought of putting out there just to talk about as a topic, but I don't think that's going to happen. But
so, who do you got going number 1?
I got Sam Darnold. I think he had a great. One thing about Josh Allen, I look at him like I look at Jamarcus Russell. Like, remember when Jamarcus Russell, he had the arm. Like, that's one thing about Josh Allen. Like, he has a great throw. Like, he has all the
technique and stuff.
He has all the measurables as a quarterback. He's tall. He's like 6'5". He has a great throwing motion. He has a cannon of an arm. But the thing, I think a lot of people look at him and say his weakness is that he played in Wyoming and they didn't play nobody, right? He played in a low tier school, right?
Yeah.
And as well as him, he had a bad stats. Like, his stats didn't show. If you're gonna play in those type of like schools, right?
I mean,
and your stats have to be great. You have to have good numbers.
That's
but he didn't
what
have
I'm
that.
saying. Because, like, I don't even know who Wyoming plays. Like, what
They
conference
really
they're in.
I think Mountain West.
Yeah,
and they play like Boise State, I think. So like teams like that. And Boise State,
decent, but
they have some decent winning seasons. But like, I can look at like, I don't know. I think last season they played like Oregon, and they played another team that was a Power 5
and they're
school.
non-conference.
They were non-conference games, and Josh Allen didn't even play good in those games. But they can say, but a lot of people can say
those were the biggest games he ever played in. And he wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, but a lot of people can say, oh well, he was in the he didn't have the same offense or like the same plays he had the year before that.
Yeah.
So he has a totally different team. That the players that was around him wasn't good. So I don't know. I don't think that will work. I think Sam Darnold is a safer pick. He's NFL ready. He played in the NFL offense in college. He has all the intangibles. So he has the height. He has the weight. He has all the intangibles. So he had a great pro day. So I think they're going to get. I think they will get Sam Darnold first overall. I think he has all the talent. So,
yeah,
but Josh Allen too. But Josh Allen's one of those guys that he has, like, if you want to talk about the highest bust potential, it's definitely Josh Allen. I think he has the most. He has all the.
Well, I mean, it always happens with one of the top picks. Someone gets hurt, or they just don't play their potential.
Yeah, that's true. But I guess
because all the pressure's on the top picks.
Usually, all the number one picks in the draft, and it doesn't matter what sport it is. You always gonna have the most pressure to do well because a lot of the team invested in you to be the guy, you know. But I see Josh Allen, he has the highest risk of the highest potential of the highest percentage of being a bust than a guy like
at the same
Sam
time,
Darnold.
Going off what you're saying about Josh Allen, Carson Wentz came from a similar situation.
That is true.
He was from a smaller school.
And
his school was pretty dominant, and although they didn't really play anybody,
they're not FBS school, right?
Yeah, they're FCS.
Yeah,
I mean they won like national championship every year he was there,
right?
And so like I mean, sure he put up the numbers, but he didn't really like had preparation because he didn't have like competition and stuff. But at the same time,
look at him now. Yeah, he's great. If he didn't get hurt last year, he definitely would have been MVP of the season.
Runaway MVP.
Yeah. You got a point there, but but the thing, like you said, what was different with Carson Wentz was he had a great year. He had great stats throughout the time he was in North Dakota State, right?
Yeah.
But you can look at somebody like Josh Allen. He didn't have those stats. He had it the year before that, but this year he had a down year.
Yeah.
So they look at that and you get a little bit scared because you think of Jamarcus Russell because Jamarcus Russell had he was unanimous number one overall pick, and the guy just wasn't good, you know. But a lot of people can say, well, he wasn't really dedicated to football. He was more dedicated to drinking lean. He wasn't really. He fell asleep. He was sleeping team meetings. He was doing his own thing. He wasn't really devoted to football.
Really
but I mean, I can look at Josh Allen. I can see him being devoted. But at the same time, I think a lot of those people. I think the teams are just scared of him. I think they're just scared that like, man, this guy has all the potential, but.
I don't think Josh Allen.
I think Josh Allen. He needs to go to a team where there's a good quarterback that's in front of him that's probably
you can
later
establish him.
In his latest. I think he will be good in like a New York Giants. He can go back up Eli Manning.
Yeah.
So like maybe for like good 2-3 years. Cause I think that's how many years he has left till he retires, or they let him go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He can go there, or he can go to like I don't know, like a Chargers and play with Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
And I mean, seems like that. He needs time to really know the game.
Yeah, because I mean, these teams have to take a risk, whether it's on Josh Allen or other guys like this.
Yeah, but like I said, like the thing with the Browns, they can't mess this up though. They really can't mess this up as far as with the quarterback.
They've done it time and time again.
Yeah, but they can't mess it up this time around because when you have
when they've made this many moves,
they had so many mistakes in this past couple of years. Like they could have had Jared Goff, but they decided to get I forgot. They could have had yeah, my memory's bad right now. They could have had Deshaun Watson last year.
Oh yeah,
I mean, they didn't get him. They could have had Carson Wentz that second pick because they had the second pick that year with the Eagles, but they traded that pick to the Eagles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and so
you can look at
everything has not gone in their favor.
I mean, none of them has gone in their favor. So yeah, I mean,
we'll see if the Browns, change their fortunes, and I mean, I do see them winning at least a few games this year.
Yeah, I mean, they got a lot of time now. They signed a big contract to Jarvis Landry. They still got Josh Gordon. I think he's gonna be back. They got Tyrod Taylor, who's I mean, and I also think that too. He could possibly still go to the Browns too, because maybe Josh Allen could go to the Browns because they got Tyrod Taylor that's in the they traded for.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be the starter.
Yeah.
So to start the year, and then once if he does play bad, then they can bring him in.
Definitely like
So
to see how Tyrod Taylor does.
yeah, so we'll see. But I think personally,
I think the quarterback who will go number one is the quarterback who is most ready and most prepared.
Yeah, and I think guys like him, guys like Sam Darnold, he's capable of doing that. Also, I could Josh Rosen too. Josh Rosen, he's also a guy that played the NFL offense as well. So in college, so I think that'll be good.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's going to be a lot of. I mean, this draft is going to be good. I think it's going to be a good draft. There's a lot of great players that's in the draft. A lot of talented players, man. A lot of quarterbacks. A lot of
trades will happen. Last-minute decisions.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. So we're going to recap all that. I think that next week.
Yeah.
So especially for that first round. So
yeah, because it's the whole weekend, right?
Yeah, it's from Thursday to Saturday.
All like 7 rounds.
Yeah, from Thursday through Saturday. Because I think the first. If I'm not mistaken, the first round is just Thursday, and then Friday is second and third, and then 4th through 7th is Saturday.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, because I remember back then, before that, they had the. I remember when I was growing up, they had the draft on that Friday. Like the first 2 rounds, I think no, the first round they always had the first round that Friday, and then the 2nd through 7.
Oh, okay.
Was on that Saturday.
Wait, 2nd through 7.
I remember back then that was like back in the day. I think that was
insane.
This was like 2008 or 9. I think I was like a young boy, and like they was doing that stuff, and I was just like, that was just dreadful. I'd just be watching because that was a Saturday morning, they would have it like at 12 to like 8. So like I don't know how they did it, but now I like how they break it down like every other.
You gotta say
it for 3 days. So they've been doing that the past I think the last 10 years, like last 7-8 years. So that was great that they did that.
Yeah. So speaking of draft, about to talk about NBA anyway, but the hero of Villanova's national championship game, Dante DiVincenzo, declared for the NBA draft.
Yeah, I heard about that. From what I heard, he's projected to be like a second-round pick, like an early second-round pick.
Yeah, they're saying he's like the 33rd best.
Yeah, 33rd prospect, and that's like the high second-round pick. I don't know. I mean, he's not hiring an agent. He hasn't hired an agent, so
there's still a possibility of him coming back.
Yeah, he could possibly come back. I think he should come back maybe one more year just to get his stock up. Because he had a great year.
He had a great year, a great postseason, but I think he needs to be groomed a little bit more.
Yeah, I think he needs to groom a little bit more. Villanova's still going to be a good team next year.
They always are with their recruits.
Yeah, so I think for him, he should just come back next year, build his stock up more, and he'll definitely be not a second round pick, but maybe a high,
first round.
Maybe a late first round in the middle of the pack, first round, probably in the 7th.
Depending on how he does next year.
Yeah, maybe after the lottery, like maybe 15 through 25, maybe he can be around that. So if he played the way he played last year, I mean the last game in the
next season,
then he's
definitely story.
Yeah, he'll definitely be top 10 for sure. So
yeah, but we'll see what happens with that because he only just made that decision and he can still come back or everything can happen.
Yeah, we'll see. So. Speaking of basketball, we can talk about some NBA playoffs. Recap for the first round so far. The Wizards, they not good. I don't know what's going on.
They played well the first game.
They had a chance to. They was playing good the first half, and what happened was C.J. Miles just went crazy. I mean, every time I see C.J. Miles' face, I just get mad. I mean, he was shooting from everywhere, like. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know.
He's a pretty nice player.
He can shoot. I mean, that was always been his game. His whole career is that he's just a 3-point shooter. And I don't know what the Wizards was doing. They just left him open just to dare him to shoot, which didn't make any sense.
Clearly wasn't the right decision.
Clearly wasn't. They down 2-0. The last game they played,
they basically had
couldn't miss.
Back at home.
They couldn't miss. I can't say anything about it, but all I can say is that they're not good. Bradley Beal's been playing trash. He's been playing like trash. Gortat trash.
I saw.
I'll be pissed if he starts his game tonight. The Wizards played tonight against the Raptors at home. I'll be shocked. I mean, I'll be pissed.
If what?
If Gortat starts the game, I don't think he should start the game. I don't think he should play.
Who should start in place?
I think Mike Scott should play. I think Mike Scott. He's came off the bench and been playing great basketball.
Yeah, he's been playing really well.
He's been playing really well coming in and shooting the shot. They're spacing the floor. I think that will help more. But the only thing that will affect will be getting rebounds because
Gortat is obviously.
I mean, he's a big body, so you need rebounds.
Stuff, but
yeah, you need a big body, so you need rebounds. But at the same time, I mean,
I'd like to see him come off the bench. Yeah. they definitely have to make some changes because that game 2 was dreadful.
Trash. I mean, I don't know what happened. So,
I mean,
personally,
to
I
give
think
up 130 points.
Yeah, 130 points. It was like 119 to 130. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, like I said, it was sad. I don't know what happened, but yeah, that's all I can say. I'm still shocked how you're down to. I mean, I expected us to at least lose a game at Toronto. I was thinking it was going to be a 1-1 series, but now we have to come back.
I still see the Wizards winning at least one game. One game. I see them winning one game.
I think tonight they're going to be a lot more motivated tonight. Yeah. I think tonight I can still win it tonight. Hopefully they
game
can.
Game 3 to me is the most important game in the
series.
Yeah, because I think because you cannot go down 3-0.
I mean, if you're down 3-0, you pretty much lost the series at this point. I mean, but I think one thing I can say is that when you're down, if we're down 3-0, if you lose tonight, they're gonna pack bags. I know. I mean, I've been a Wizards fan my whole life. I know how the Wizards get down. I know once they know that it's 3-0, they're gonna talk about, hey, the series is still alive, all that crap. Nah, they already.
If you're a Wizards player, you're not gonna do anything.
You already know you're gonna lose. So at this point, it's like it's no point. I'm still gonna try to play my hardest.
You're still gonna play basketball, but
at the same time, it's
do
not
as best as you can.
Yeah, you're not gonna try. So, but I do see at least winning one game. I at least see us winning one game. I think, but I hope they win the next two. I mean, the Wizards was down 2-0 against Boston in the Eastern semifinals last year, and they won and made a 7-game series. So.
And, I mean, especially, we'll see what happens with Toronto because, I mean, they've never been a number 1 seed before.
No. So. And they're playing really great basketball. Yeah, I mean, this year hasn't been a great year for them. As far as the Wizards, I mean, they lost a lot of games. They lost to a lot of teams that they should have lost to.
They had a few injuries. They were extremely inconsistent.
Yeah, so. And, I mean, and it's not going to go. It's going to go downhill from here because at this point, when you got players like they got a lot of players that this year
might be the last year.
Nah, but I'm talking as far as like they got a lot of players that's on the contract for a lot. Like they still got Gortat for one more year. They still got Yamahimi for a big contract. They already gave a big extension to Wall and Otto Porter.
Yeah.
They give a big contract to Bradley Beal.
These guys need to play.
I think Kelly Oubre is.
They need to back up their contract.
Yeah, I mean they still got Kelly Oubre. That's going to be he's not going to be a free agent, but he's eligible to get a big contract. So
see about that.
Yeah. But I think tonight the Wizards will win this game. I think they're going to play a lot harder than they played the last two games. I think Bradley Beal's going to have a breakout game.
Yeah.
And it's going to be great in the nation's capital. So
yeah. So I mean, anyways, to change the NBA topic, the Pelicans have been playing really well. They're up 3-0 on the Trailblazers.
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that at all. I mean,
that's the biggest surprise to me.
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all because since like the past couple months of the regular season, Portland's been playing like a top 5 team in the league.
Yeah. They got that 3 seed.
Damian Lillard was throughout the season, especially in, like I said, the last 2 months of the year, he was in conversation for being MVP. You know what I mean? Like. And at least in the conversation, not to win, but like to at least be in the conversation. And now this guy's just been Drew Holiday's been in his back pocket like that boy
all day long.
He has been strapping him up.
Anthony Davis
has been playing great. Rondo's playing like he back in Boston.
Yeah,
I mean this team is playing real inspired basketball. I mean, like I said, I didn't know how this series is going to end up, but I ain't expect it to be a 3-0
right
series.
now. At this point in time, I see the Pelicans giving the Warriors a real nice test in the second round.
I mean, I think around that time, I think Steph should be back.
Well, he should be back, but it's like, when he comes back in his first game back, do you really see him going off? But do you see him taking? He's still going to shoot the ball. I mean, he's still going to shoot the ball. But
that's his game. His game is shooting the ball. That's everybody. That's what you know. That's what you know Steph for. And that shot, it ain't like he hurt his hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he still can let that shot fly. You know what I mean? But at the same time,
I don't see him truly like going off until it's like games 2 or 3. I mean, come on, when you come back from injury, it takes you a couple games.
Yeah, it takes a couple games to get back acclimated to everything. So yeah, he's been. But yeah. Portland hasn't been playing great. They haven't been playing great at all. The Pelicans has been playing great basketball. I mean, imagine if they had Boogie Cousins on the team.
It's their first 3-0 in franchise history.
Yeah. So, and usually every team that goes 3-0, they always end up winning the whole series. So they're gonna win that one.
Speaking of the
and
Warriors,
the Warriors been
going for the sweep against the Spurs.
It's like they sweeping the Spurs. They won by a lot yesterday as well.
It's crazy to think that a Greg Popovich team is about to get swept.
Yeah. I mean, this wasn't the year for them. They've been through a lot, especially with Kawhi and the whole, him coming back and being hurt and doing all that. And his wife passed with Popovich, so rest in peace to Greg Popovich's wife, and he didn't coach yesterday. So I think at this point he should just say forget the season. Just worry about this family's first. In life, family's first.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You always got to keep family first.
Always.
You know what I mean? First, of course, God and then family. So when a family issue like that is going down, especially with your wife passing, you got to be there with your family. A lot of stuff going on. So, yeah, my condolences. So you definitely, I think at this point he should not coach the rest of the season.
But yeah, like
the series over at this point.
The Spurs have lost 8 straight postseason games, and they all have been to the Warriors.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. So it's looking like it's going to happen again. Hey, sorry. But
sorry, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. And I don't know any other sports. Of course, Miami, they lost against the 76ers. That was a good game. I watched that. Joel Embiid played off his mind. Especially he had a big old mask on his face and he played great.
76ers.
They surprised. They low key surprising me, man.
Yeah.
I didn't really expect them to.
In their 2 wins, they played great.
They played great. I mean,
they've
dominated. I mean, they had a close. I mean, even the game they lost was game 2. That was like a down to the wire game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they had made a couple of threes, maybe who knows what the outcome of the game could have been.
He'd still have a chance to win like one more game.
Who you say?
In the 76ers series.
Oh, yeah.
In the 76ers series.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be that's going to be a good game. I mean, that series is going to go back and forth. I think Miami can win. I think Miami's going to win game 4.
That's what I'm saying. Because I don't see the 76ers winning their remaining games.
Oh, so you think that was the last win?
Well, no. I don't think it's the last win, but I think that the Heat are going to win one more game.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's going to go 6.
You think it's going to 6 games? I think 7. I think it's going to be 7. I think it's going to be a 7-game series.
I think it's.
At first, I think I had to go in 6, but the way it's looking now, I think it's going to be a 7-game series. Because Whiteside, he only played like 13 minutes yesterday. He was in foul trouble.
Yeah,
I think they paid him a lot of money. They gave him like $93 million contract. I think last season or 2 seasons ago. Come on, man! Like you can't. If you give him that guy the money, he's going to be a franchise player. You can't let him play. You can't let him play 13 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
I think he's going to have a good game. He hasn't had a great playoffs.
Wade has to keep on delivering.
They keep on delivering. He's always been doing.
Played out of his mind.
Dragic's been playing great.
Yeah,
they're going to be good. I mean, I think Whiteside. He's going to have a good. I think Whiteside's going to have a breakout game next tomorrow.
We still have ways to go in this series.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot. So I think that's going to be that's a good series. I think from what I know, Houston they up 2-0 against Minnesota, which is great. Which I expected because Minnesota. I mean, there's not. I don't know. I mean, Karl-Anthony Towns been playing like straight soft, like Charmin. Like he looked like Charmin out there, like the tissue paper, like the toilet paper. He's been playing straight soft. Like he's soft, man.
Yeah. He's pretty soft. He's
been playing soft. He had 5 points in the first quarter and then scored the rest of the game. Like, come on, you the franchise player pretty much. You the guy.
And that's the 5 points the whole game.
The whole game. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean
Jimmy Butler. I mean, he's been hurt. He had the knee. He just came back from injury. I think he's dealing with a wrist issue. I mean, I don't know, man.
Jeff Teague is mediocre.
Yeah, he's a mediocre guy. Andrew Wiggins not playing like the guy that got signed a $100 million contract during the season.
So should we pencil in?
I think it's. I don't know. I think they can win one game. I think
that's
they
what
win
I'm
game.
saying. I'm saying 5.
Because I think it's gonna be a 5-game series because Minnesota ain't been in the playoffs in like 13 years. The fans gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
So that they're gonna feed off the energy, and Minnesota's gonna win the game.
Well, they haven't even been in Minnesota yet, right?
No.
So game 3 is I think it's tomorrow.
I think it's tomorrow. So
game 3 is tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. So, that's gonna be a good game for sure.
And I mean, they played well in game 1.
Who, Minnesota?
Yeah, I mean it was close.
Yeah, it was close. Yeah, it was close. And then they came back and started. Then Houston started putting up points. So yeah, I mean it's gonna be. I think this is gonna be I think tomorrow. I got Minnesota win this game. Game 3.
Yeah.
And so you can talk about Oklahoma City. They lost. I think the past couple or day or two ago.
that last game in the series.
Yeah, I mean,
Jazz came back.
I mean, what's crazy was like Paul George, Russell Westbrook, and Carmelo Anthony did not score the whole fourth quarter.
That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. That's crazy.
The three best players on the team.
Your three best players on the team didn't even score not 1 point. That's crazy. So, I mean, it shows that.
I mean, at least they
it shows.
shots.
Yeah, but it shows that Utah defense is good. They strapping up anybody that they put in front of them, and they've been playing great. So, Donovan Mitchell, excuse me, has been playing great. He played like he's not a rookie. Like he's been a 5-year vet. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, I got this series going 6 or 7 games.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be. I don't know. I mean,
I can't tell you who's gonna win.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the way it's looking. I mean, I don't know because Utah. I mean, at home, like they're a good team at home. They're a good home team.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't see how Russ and Carmelo and Paul George can put up points against them on the road against Utah. I don't know.
I don't see how Paul George and all these guys are going to let that happen to them again. Because, I mean, they let a big lead go to nothing.
Yeah, that is true. So, I don't know. I mean, I got to look at the first game to see how it goes. Because if they can win, if Utah beats them by a lot the next time they play, I think they're going to beat them the rest of the series. I don't think OKC is going to win a game. I don't think they're going to win a game the rest of the series.
I don't see Utah blowing them out, but I don't know Utah winning the next game.
Okay.
I'd say they're going to win by 10 to 12.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if there's a 20-point. If they beat them by 20, then the series is over. I don't think they're going to win the rest of the series. I don't think OKC is going to win the rest of the series. So that's my pick. Let's keep talking. Who else is out? We could talk about LeBron. Yeah,
LeBron went off the other night.
Yeah, the other night he had 46 points. That was also a close game too. They were beating them by like 20, and they can't. And it was a close game.
And they only won because Oladipo missed
the wide open three.
Yeah.
If he made that wide open, it would have been a tie game.
Overtime.
Yeah, they probably would have gone to overtime. I mean, who knows? I mean, also Kevin Love is hurt now.
No, he's still going to play.
He's still going to play, but I mean, he's not 100%. He hurt his thumb, so yeah. I mean, they play tonight too, right? So
they do.
Okay, so yeah, it's going to be a good game. Yeah, I mean, with LeBron, you can't have LeBron scoring 40. If you got LeBron scoring 40 plus points,
you're losing.
No. I don't think you're losing, but if he's doing that, then it's not a. I mean, it's possible that a team could lose if LeBron scores 40 and like 10 and like that, because that's not his game.
Yeah,
like LeBron's game is scoring at least 28 to 35 points.
Yeah, and
get his little 8 rebounds, 9 assists. That's his game. He's not really. I don't think LeBron's really trying to go for 40 a game. If he's doing that, that means that the other team, that his teammates is not putting up points.
Exactly.
So that means that he has to go and bring his team up, pick his team up from where they at. And if that's the case, if you're doing that, that means that your team is playing good. The opposite team is playing good. That's what.
And that means that your teammates are letting you down.
Yeah, because I mean that's what happened. Because
he alone scored basically half of the points.
Yeah, the first half he had 20 points. First
quarter
quarter
he scored their first 16.
Yeah,
points
16 points. He had 20 points the first quarter, and after that, then Indiana started. Indiana started picking up the pace, right? Yeah. And then what happened? Then LeBron had to come back and bring them up because George Hill has been playing like garbage. Kevin Love was hurt. Only player that was really doing good was Kyle Korver, pretty much, you can say. Jeff Green, who's a starter, hasn't been playing good.
I guess. No one really has helped LeBron out.
Not at all. So, down if LeBron has to go out and score that many points, that tells you that he had to pick his team up to do that, because that's not LeBron's game. LeBron's game is not to go. LeBron's game is
because LeBron can't do that every game.
Yeah, but LeBron's game is to let his teammates get involved. Like, that's what he does to start the game. He likes to get his teammates involved, and then he starts putting up points. But but Teron Lue tried to tell him that LeBron has to really be aggressive to start the game, not be aggressive later on in the game. Yeah. And he did that. And that led him to get 20 points in the first quarter. But at that point, you up by like 20, 30 points, 25 points. Then you're supposed to let your teammates get involved and they get a rhythm. You know what I mean? But then they start coming back, because what happened? They didn't do that, and they had to come back and almost lost the game. So, then they play out. Now they got to play Indiana, and now Indiana's going to come with some. They're going to feel good about themselves. They're going to be in their home crowd.
Yeah,
and I think it's going to be a 1-1 home stand. Like I think Indiana's going to win the game, and I think Cleveland's going to win the game. So I think it's going to be a 2-2 series, and we'll see how the rest of the series goes. I don't know who's going to win the rest of the series, but I think Indiana's going to win Game 3.
Yeah,
and then I think Lamar's winning. Their team's going to win Game 4. That's my guess.
And also the Celtics were silencing the critics by winning the first few games against the Bucks.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy because I don't know where Eric Bledsoe was. What's up? It's 420, so I don't know what type of weed he was smoking. So it's because he talking about he don't know who Terry Rozier is, but Terry Rozier is the same guy that crossed him up and had him going like 19 feet away from him for a 3-point shot. So I don't know what he was talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Because I think everybody was counting Celtics out.
Yeah, he was tripping on that one. So,
No.
yeah, everybody did. So, but I don't know.
We'll see how the Bucks respond when
they play. I think
Milwaukee.
do they play today or tomorrow?
Yeah, they play tonight.
They play tonight, so we'll see how that goes. I think
Freak hasn't.
he's playing great. He's playing great. Chris Middleton's playing great. It's just the rest of the team hasn't been putting up the points.
It has to be a team effort.
It's team effort, but Boston has been playing like a team. They got Al Horford's been playing good. Jason Tatum as a rookie has been playing good. Rozier's been playing good. Jaylen Brown had 30 points last game.
You can name all of them.
Jaylen Brown had 30 points in the game.
Yeah.
He was, I think from what I heard, he had the rookie record for most points in the playoff game as a rookie.
Yeah.
30 points. So, and that's crazy because you have all these great players.
Was that game 1?
No, game 2.
Oh, okay, game 2.
If you have so much great players that been in, Boston Celtics is a story franchise. You have,
they're one of the best franchises of all time.
You got
Paul Pierce.
You got Bird. You got
Ray Allen.
Ray Allen. I'm talking about as far as like drafted players.
Oh yeah, drafted players. Yeah.
Players that have been drafted by a team that have been there pretty much their whole life. You can look at McHale. You can look at, like I said, Larry Bird. You can look at Bob Cousy. You can look at all the players they had when they had Red Auerbach, and even like you said, Paul Pierce. You have so many great players. You know what I mean? And then Jaylen Brown, 30 points
in his first game or
second game of the series. Oh wow, that's crazy. So
see what the rest of his career looks like.
Yeah. No. Yeah. He was a young. I thought he was oh my bad. I said he was the rookie. He was the most points for a rookie as a. It was the most. He was the youngest player.
Yeah, youngest player to score 30 points.
30 points for the Celtics series. I thought as a rookie, but he's a second year. He's a second year player. That's crazy still at this point. But at the same time, you can look at players like look at a player like I don't remember his bad Larry Bird. Like when he was a rookie. He came into the league, I think, at 21, 22 years old. Because I think he played 4 years in college.
Yeah.
Those guys play like 4 years in college. So, that makes sense.
Yeah. We'll see how Milwaukee responds in Game 3.
Yeah. Well, I guess we done, right? I don't think we've covered everything.
I believe so. That's kind of exhausting.
Yeah, kind of exhausting. Yeah, I gotta get going. So, yeah, man. I look like we're done here. Episode 15 is done. We'll be back here 1 more week. We have 1 more week left for the podcast in the last Inside the Huddle show for us.
Now at least until I take over.
Yeah, so thank you guys for rocking with us. Like you said, thank you guys for
nominating us.
Yeah, hopefully next week we will come with our trophies and display it via. I don't know how we're gonna. This not something. We'll see. Yeah, we'll figure something out. But thank you again. Please listen again next week, our final week of Inside the Huddle, as we bring to you another ODU and Professional Sports updates. So then, go Monarchs.
Go Monarchs.